Buyback is a scam. I mean, real estate buyback is a scam. Cool down. I want you to listen to me before you jump into conclusion. There are a lot of news. A lot of people have called different company that they pay money for. They give them money for their buyback. This is time to give back the money. They don't have the money. I want you to stay till the end of this video, because the aim of this video is to let you know what to look for before you give any company your money as a buyback investment. My name is Dennis Isong from landproperty.ng. What we do, we help Nigerians in diaspora. We help Nigerians in Nigeria who want to invest in real estate to invest properly. Let me say this. A client called me about 2 years ago. I want to make reference to this story, that there's a particular company that he wants to invest in their buyback. And when he called and he told me the company name, the company is still doing buyback till now. I told him straight that for XY reason, I would not recommend you to go ahead with this buyback scam that this company is doing. He asked me why. I said, without being emotional, based on statistics, based on facts which I have, I think this company, even though they are still doing buyback till now, but very soon it will turn to scam. Note, some of this buyback, the initial purpose is not for scam, but because of they are not dealing with data, they think they are making money, but the reality is they are actually losing money, and they are taking from Peter and they are paying Paul, and it will not take long, it will still crash. Listen to me, I want to do some small calculation for you. Some of these estate company, they tell you that they collect this money to put in real estate. I don't want to deviate to any other thing. I want to focus on real estate. For instance, let's say a company A collects 100 million from you, and he said that you want to put it in real estate. Let's use house for instance, and he decides to put it in house, in building the house which they are building. An average profit margin for a house, which most developer put in quotes, around 25%, a little more, a little below, depending. Which means that, let's assume that 100 million now, after building the house to sell, they will, let's say about 120, 125. That's the profit. I know when you're building a house, for instance, and an average house, the time to sell, the number of time you can turn it over, let's say you do like 2 times or 3 times in a year. Because when you build the house, it takes some time to finish the house and other infrastructure. Let's say you even do 3 times in a year, which sometimes is not visible. It's not visible to turn over house in some time, depending on the kind of project you are doing. It's not visible to turn out 3 times in a year. But let's just use 3 times. Let's be positive that they collect your 100 million now, and they turn out the house in 3 times. That is, if you look at it, that is about 75%. And note, in that 75%, there are other payments that they will, other fee they will do. The profit is gross. Mind you, they will pay the agent that brought you, and sometimes the agent can collect up to 10%, 8%, depending. Then minus it from there. Then there are other expenses that they will do. The administrative, they will pay staff, and other expenses that they did not put in place or that they did not plan for will come. At the end, that 75% gross profit that you think that they make, if you look at it, possibly it has come down to like 55%. And this company is promising you 40%, or they are promising you 50%. I see some company promising 50%. I see some company promising 55%. Then the question is, you mean a company will spend a whole 1 year and at the end they will only make few percentage? No. But that is for house. I'm using house as a case study. There is a popular company that collected money to build luxury house, and I was not surprised when I saw the news by Scott. That popular guy that talk about real estate, calling this company, and people were reporting that it's 1 year now, the company cannot pay back. It's not possible. How would they be able to pay back you collect money and you are building luxury, and luxury take more time to sell. An average luxury can take up to 1 year before you can sell one apartment, because you are building luxury. Are you getting the point? You are building luxury, and I'm just assuming that the first scenario I gave was, I'm assuming that, okay, you're able to sell that house like 3 times in a year, which, so to some extent, the possibility is very rare. It can happen, but it's very rare. So how do you intend to pay your investor? But when you're looking at, let me give you a second example. If a company tells you that they want to use the money to buy land, let's do the calculation for you. Just simple calculation. I don't want to make it complex. I'm doing simple calculation. The company decides to buy land. Let's say they give you that 100. You give them 100 million now. An average company that buy land, the margin they put on the land is usually, let's say from 50 to 300%. I'm just being frank with you, from 50% to 300%. Let's choose a figure. Let's say they put 100% for the land. They buy the land for 10 million now, and they decide to sell it for 20 million now. I hope you're following me. And you give them 100 million now. What that means is that 100 million now will bring 200 million now. And selling land is more faster and comfortably. The company can do a turnover times 3. They can do a turnover times 3 in a year comfortably. They can buy land 3 times in a year, and they finish selling it in 1 year. Some companies have finished selling their land in 3 months. So let's use that 3 months. Let's use that 3 times in a year, plus or minus. Which means that 100 million naira you give to them, they can turn it from 100 million naira to 200. That 200 can turn to 400 or 600, and which means that they can comfortably still give you that your 30% or that your 40%. With what I've just shared with you now, you will see that before you invest in buyback scheme, make inquiring. Ask the company, what are they using your money for? If they are telling you that they're putting the money in real estate, which is nice, ask them, is this money you're putting in real estate, is it house or land? If they say they're putting it in house, please don't invest, because the possibility of them doing a turnover within 1 year and giving you money back is very rare. But if they tell you that they are using it for land, and they have good marketers who can promote the land, then it's a good one. But note, let me also let you know this: buying property from Omonile have several challenges. And if you see a company who is buying land from government and they are doing buyback, then that is a very good deal. For instance, in Bajuliki now, there are several companies who are buying property from government, which means that they are buying from government. That property definitely will have a CFO, because they'll give that allocation. From allocation is really to CFO, which means that to some extent they are using your money to buy a secure property that might not give them problem in future, because from the government, that will make it more better. So if you see a company that is using your money for land banking, for land sales, then you can do buyback with them. Then if they are now buying from government, how do you know they're buying from government? When you see that, okay, the land is government allocation, which means that they're buying from government, then that is a good one for you. And note, when the company is giving you 45%, 50%, 60%, 70%, even though it looks juicy, but it's better for your money to be secure than for your money to disappear. Please, I would not recommend you to go for all those high interest rates, because this company, they have not sat down to do their calculation very well. I would recommend look for company that their percentage is above the inflation. For instance, 30%, 40%, 30, 35, maximum 40. Not because of you should not do 50, 60. I'm just trying to let you know that it is disaster waiting to explode. Then, if you observe, I've not really promoted buyback deliberately, because I don't want to enter trouble. But one company that I have not openly promoted before, but personally I've done a couple of research and I've made sure that okay, everything that's tick all the box. If there's a company that I can recommend that you should do buyback from, I will just recommend only one, is Xylos Group. Then why Xylos Group? I discovered that Xylos Group, for instance, they buy land from governments. For instance, if you check virtually all their land in Ibejileki, you see from Xylos Prime to Tiwa Garden, Phase 1, Tiwa Commercial. Most of those land, most of them are government land. I get me. So which make the land secure. Arizo also, which make the land secure. And buying from them, they're using the land, they're using the money basically for land purchase. And I just did that small calculation for you so you can see that they will always, company like this will always pay back, because they are focusing the fund on land. They buy the land for, let's say, for 10 million now. For example, let's say they put even 100% margin, sell it for 20 million now. And they have large realtors who are promoting the company. They can do a turnover of 3 times in a year, which means that's your 100 million now can turn to 300 or 400 million in a year. So if they give you 30% or 35%, they can comfortably give you that, and it will not shake them, because they are making more profit. But if the company tells you that they want to use to build a house, don't. So this is the first time I'm openly talking about this company. This company, Xylos Group, because they have a buyback scheme. The purpose of this video wasn't to promote them. The purpose of this video was actually to tell you what to look for when you are looking at buyback or cashback investments in real estate. So that is that. By the way, I don't want this video to be too long, but with this tip, do your due diligence. Because I mentioned Xylos doesn't mean that you should go for Xylos, but I'm just giving you this guideline so that you can make your decision wisely. You are an independent being. When you're making a decision, don't make it based on emotion. Don't see the companies because company is popular. Make it based on facts, based on data, so that you will not later say, I know. So the number on the screen is our number. If you are looking at investing in Xylos Group buyback scheme, the percentage is not as big as others who are giving 70% to. I'm just letting you know this, but at least your money is secure. The percentage is not like others who are telling you in 6 months. Let me make reference to this. Any company that tell you that okay, they have investment for 6 months, run away, because how do you want to turn over in 6 months? How visible is that? At least minimum of 1 year. And if you're looking at investing too, look at minimum of 1 year. Don't go for 1 month or 2 months or 6 months. No, minimum of 1 year. So if you're looking at, you want me to give you more information about this Xylos cashback scheme, then feel free to contact the number on the screen and I will gladly give you more details. Thank you so much. If the video makes sense to somebody, or you've invested in a company that have refused giving you money, let's know about the company in the comment section below and let's talk. Once again, thank you so much. My name is Dennis Isong from lamparto.ng. What we do, we make sure that you invest properly so that you don't fall into wrong hand. Thank you. Bye for now. My name is Dennis Isong. Please like this video, share this video. I appreciate you.